Greetings YouTube. Today we are looking at the Priscilla Makhaira brush sword, the SCHMBS, and this is from Schrade. There we go, Schrade. I picked this up at Bass Pro Shop for 40 bucks. A little bit more than I could have gotten it on Amazon, but I had a gift card for $30 and it meant I could have it immediately, and I was just kind of in the mood to buy this because I really happen to love this profile. This is a beautiful profile in my book. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you going in and out of the sheath because at the moment I am filming this with one hand, and I'm hoping I'm not blocking anything. Hey, look at that, it's a cat. A cat leaving. I'm hoping I'm not blocking up my mic just now, because I have to switch to my left hand while I hold the camera. But yes, this is, I got a solid plastic sheath. The only downside I saw to this sheath is there's no weep hole. I think you might want a weep hole in a tool that you're going to be using in brush, because you can pick up moisture, but that's an easy fix if you want. You got lots of attachment points. If you want to put belts in here, this comes with a crossbody strap, which you can lengthen to any degree you want. I have it at the full length. I found that's the most comfortable way for me to carry it. It has a snap closure. Now there's a fastener on the inside of both sides of this snap, here and on the strap. So I don't know if you could disconnect this or not and then reverse it. It's possible. I'm not 100% sure if it is going to actually work that way or not. Couldn't tell you. But you're going to have to make sure that this is out of the way, because as you can see, I've actually frayed the edge of this strap because I slid it in and out of the sheath a couple times without making sure that that was out of the way. So I've actually cut the edge of that. So yeah, you're going to have to make sure that you push this out of the way. Though I've found, because of the weight of this, it actually fits in here quite nicely. I think that this could easily be rotated out of the way, loosen it up, so you don't have it in your way at all unless you really wanted it. Because it fits in there. In fact, I was actually able to put this in here with no strap and turn it upside down and not have it fall out. So if you're carrying this and you've got this whole blade, and this is the whole blade here, all the way in that sheath, I don't think you're going to have to worry about the blade popping out on you. I really don't. Swords have been inside sheaths like this forever, and scabbards, I should say. And they often don't have cross straps to hold them in place. So I think you get away with that without it, but that's just me. So that's the sheath. I like it, other than the fact that it doesn't have a weep hole, but again, a weep hole is a really easy fix. This is a full tang machete here, or brush sword. I checked it with the magnet. It comes all the way out to the end. We have a really generous lanyard hole right there. So you can easily get, heck, you could probably get a double layer of paracord in there if you wanted to make a loop. You could probably do that without any difficulty. And having a lanyard for a machete, particularly if you're using it around other people, isn't a bad thing, because if you screw up and it slips out of your hand, it's not going to go flying and hit somebody, because this is very pointy. Very pointy. This will be dangerous if it flies through the air. And this edge came out of the box. Very nice. Not shaving sharp, but for a machete, this is a very usable edge. And the edge starts about here. This section is not really sharp. The edge starts about right pretty much just below that E, and it goes all the way up. However, this is a rubberized coating, and it's very comfortable. It really feels good in the hand. I don't have particularly large hands, but because it is a narrow profile and it isn't particularly thick, I find it very comfortable. And this thing, I got to tell you, it's got, you know, tip 4 because of the got there, but it feels very lively in the hand. This is not heavy, gonna wear you out forever. This has got a really nice, particularly if you were wearing a glove, to protect your hand a little bit more from shocks and things. This texture with that is going to be just beautiful. This is a very light, very lively feeling blade in the hand. And I really like the aesthetics. Just this absolute straight edge, and then this curve like this. And I saw this and I'm thinking, this is a machete designed by elves. This looks like something I would have drawn back in the days when I was sketching. This is just awesome, and I think it's well worth the time to add it to your machete collection, because I know I really, when I saw this, I'm like, I gotta own this, and I hemmed and hawed about it for, I don't know, a better part of a year, and then I decided, what the heck, I'm just gonna pull the trigger on this one and go pick one up. I like this shape here, and again, it fits very nicely in the hand. And because it flares here, you're not likely to have your hand slip this way as you're cutting. So it's gonna, even if it moves slightly forward, it's gonna flare, and you're not gonna get very far. This is pretty decent. So in the unlikely event you find yourself thrusting with this thing, you're not gonna have to worry about your hand coming too far forward. And I imagine that there will be people out there that might consider this to be a solid self-defense shape, and frankly, it isn't a bad self-defense shape. You can thrust with this thing, as well as get some really nice cutting strokes. Because of this here, if you get an impact there, you're going to get a nice cut all the way through an object. So if you can, you really swing this and get the sweet spot where you want it, this is going to give you a nice degree of arc of cutting. That's going to do it just really nice. It has a coating on it, and I need to reverse you because I need to switch hands again. I hope I'm not blocking my mic. And it is Joshua Wagner is the person that designed this, and there is the code again. Hey, look, I have a cat that's come back to yes, meow dear, come back to help us do our review, which is not really all that helpful, I should point out. I don't know who Joshua Wagner is, but the guy has an incredible eye. He's good. I really respect his design aesthetic. So I'm really happy with this. I'm glad it's in my collection. And again, the sheath, the only real downside of my book is the lack of a weep hole. And again, that's a real easy fix. And I'm not sure if you can reverse that or not for right-handed and left-hand people. I would be surprised if you couldn't. And just make sure you get that out of the way. Otherwise, you will actually cut it a little bit. Yep. So yep, Mandarin wants to be in here one more time because, you know, she must always be the center of attention. That's what I guess she wants to be when she's an old cat. So this has been the Schrade Priscilla, or Priscilla, no, yeah, sorry, Priscilla Makhaira brush sword. I have no idea why they named it that, but that's what they named it.